And Wayne. We're broadcasting live from Parsons, Kansas, upon the footprint of Parsons High School within the confines of the Vikings gymnasium. We are posted up and ready to go just under 6 minutes until tip-off of the final game before Christmas break. We have two 1-4 teams going at it, looking to improve to 2-4 before the winter break. Our Grizzlies, they're taking on the Parsons Vikings here tonight on the road. Always fun when Parsons plays Labette County. Good evening, Grizzly Nation. Thank you for making us a part of your evening, however you may be watching or listening. I'm Jack Leake III. Alongside me is my father, Jack Leake Jr., and on the camera is Jonathan Dusher, as the Lady Grizzlies actually just now make their way onto the floor to begin their final round of warm-ups. And Dad, I mean, historically, at least in the last few years, our Lady Grizzlies have sure put it on these Lady Vikings, but the Grizzlies have taken a couple steps back just with some roster turnover and stuff, and so certainly anticipate a pretty good matchup here in this girls contest.
Oh yeah, it most always is, and you know, I think Parsons girls are feel like they're trying to build a little bit of a team themselves. You know, they've added some numbers. I'm looking at their roster. You know, there's been a few years when there's been 9 or 10 girls total on there. So, you know, you hope their roster gets some growth and they get some build back too. It's always fun to come up to Parsons and play, and then of course have them come down also. It's a fun rivalry. So yeah, this ought to be a little bit of a dogfight tonight. If the Grizzlies, of course, have to focus on taking care of the ball. Just turnovers have really been something that have hurt us this year. So we'll see what the Grizzlies put out tonight.
This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. As mentioned, both of these units, 1-4, coming in to tonight. The path to that record for Labette County was a loss to Frontenac, Circle, and Mulvane before their first win of the year in Circle against Collegiate in the final game of that T-Bird Classic. 49-31, Labette County beat the Spartans. And then on Tuesday night, our Grizzlies hung with Independence for a while before kind of falling off the cliff, 51-25. Still a unblemished record, at least as of Tuesday night, for the Independence Lady Bulldogs. For Parsons, their path to their 1-4 record looks like this. They opened with a loss at Girard and at Mulvane, and then their lone win of the year came here against Collegiate, and then at Circle they lost to the T-Birds only by 7 though, and then on Fort Scott the Tigers good yet again. They lost 60-38. So both of these teams appear very similar 1-4 with their one loss coming, or their one win, both of these teams coming against Collegiate. And just kind of, looking at the roster, thinking back historically, because Parsons has a lot of the same girls. We have a few, but, as needless to say, we lost a lot of our main core players. And so it seems like this year the scale has been balanced a little bit, at least. Everything on paper tells us that, but we shall see in about an hour if that statement stays true or not. 2.5 minutes until the anthem, starters, and tip-off of the girls' contest. Again, this is the Tank Connection pre-game show. Dad, you said it perfectly. Turnovers is what has plagued this team in every loss that they have endured. And whenever they have come in heaps and in snowball effect, those turnovers. And so they need to stay as turnover-free tonight as they possibly can.
Yeah, and it seems like we just kind of get sped up a little bit and, catch the ball and just can't wait to get the ball passed off or try to force it inside. So, when we play calm and work the ball around the perimeter and feed it inside to Baker, it just seems like we really do a better job kind of running some offense. So I look for us to try to feed the ball inside again tonight. We play so much better through McCoy and Baker and some of our bigs inside, and if they can't find a shot or draw a foul, then they can kick it out. So I'm sure Coach Ballmer's got something drawn up that's in our best interest, so we'll see what we have.
As we will certainly see what kind of defense Coach Lyons throws at us for the Lady Vikings, because we talked about this on Tuesday. The Bulldogs pressed us, and it killed us. And we've seen other teams do that, and it's killed us. So will other teams kind of look at that and think, oh, hey, a chink in the armor, let's press them? That's yet to be seen. We'll see. And if Labette County improves against a press, then other teams might not do it. So just a lot more anticipation or questions ahead of a Parsons-Labette County girls matchup than there has been in a lot of years. And really, it makes it more exciting, as funny as that sounds. Both teams make their way to their respective benches. Labette County's going to be wearing their road black uniforms with red numbers and a little bit of yellow dashing around the sides. And for Parsons, they're going to be in their home white uniforms with blue numbers and blue trim as well. Starting tonight for Labette County, we will beat the public address announcer here. They are being very formal and waiting on the 7 seconds to run off on the scoreboard before they begin the festivities here tonight. But we'll go ahead and jump the gun and get after it here. Starting tonight for Labette County is number 13, a 5'5" tall senior point guard, Millie Carnahan. She has been great on the defensive end of the floor in the last 2 matchups. Sitting beside her on the white padded Viking benches is Keely Good, a 5'6" senior forward. Where's number 24? And then number 21, a 5'9" freshman guard, Peyton Davis. Number 52, a 6-foot-tall sophomore center, Kaylin McCoy. And number 40, a 5'10" senior forward, Amory Baker. And for the Lady Vikes, starting for them, you'll recognize this name. Good ball player, number 1, a 5'9" senior guard, Braylon Hinman Mitchell. Alongside her, a 5'6" junior guard, Alex Stoneberger. Also for the Vikes, a 6-foot-tall sophomore, has all 3 positions listed. The only Viking with guard, forward, and center listed next to her. She set some sort of record or had a big track accomplishment for Parsons as a freshman. Ayana Robertson, what a good athlete she is. I forget what that accolade was that she earned in track, but it was substantial. So she's a strong athlete. Also for Parsons, a 5'8" senior guard, Cadence Ball. And then also for Parsons, rounding out the starting 5, a 5'4" sophomore guard, Lexi Jones. So again, one more time, for Labette County, it's Carnahan, Good, Baker, McCoy, and Davis. For the Lady Vikings, it's Hinman, Mitchell, Ball, Stoneberger, Robertson, and Jones. Head coach for Labette County, Brianna Vollmer. She is assisted by Heather Wilson and Ryan Taylor. This team is without Presley Whitty for a third, maybe fourth straight game. A knee injury has kept her out. Head coach for the Lady Vikes, Eric Lyons, assisted by Kyle Hutley and Bridget Dunley. Let's step aside for 1 minute, and we return. We'll have tip-off. Labette County, Parsons, need I say more? 1 minute on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more.